Hello everyone, and today we were gonna take a look at Star Wars The Old Republic running on the Core i7 12700KF, which I decided to upgrade to. And there is, however, an issue. I thought we had issues with the Ryzen. I had the Ryzen 5 3700X, and it had issues with stuttering in Star Wars The Old Republic. So what I decided to do was upgrade to the Intel CPU, because Intel CPUs tended to do a little bit better than the AMD ones when it came to SWTOR. However, it does perform worse. And we'll show this. There is a forum post here. Issue with the launcher and Core i7 12th gen Core i7. Now this guy here having an issue with where the launcher.exe will cause a flash on the taskbar for a second, then quit. No error in the log file. This is on the Steam version. So this guy is running quite similar settings to mine. I've got the KF instead of the K, so mine doesn't have an iGPU. I've got a Gigabyte Z690 motherboard. I've only got 16 gig of RAM. Same GPU. He's running Windows 11, but I'm running Windows 10. So let's demonstrate the issue that this forum poster is talking about. So when you hit play, you get a launching Star Wars The Old Republic. Little flash up here, and oh, this is different. Oh, yeah, we're just getting a blank screen of death. Okay, so this is actually different. It used to just go and then crash, but it's actually stayed here. Still not working. There it goes. It took a longer time to crash than it did yesterday, so that was a bit weird. So that is the problem. It can be quite easily demonstrated there. Quite a lot of people using Alder Lake CPUs seem to have the same issue. Again, that guy 12700K, that guy's got quite a few people. Now there's currently no real fix for this, because there's a post today. Again, someone else, 12700K. This guy's got an MSI board. 3080 Ti, same as me. He's got 3600, same RAM as me. I've only got 16 gigs instead of 32, but very similar setup to me. Bad news, PC game vendor to ignore the largest processor manufacturer. Bad for business, and that is true. Interestingly enough. So what are we gonna do? Do we just wait for patch 7.0? It's kind of sad, because I really wanted to see how SWTOR was run. Was gonna do this test where I was gonna run SWTOR just on the E cores, because we could do that in Process Lasso. If that's up there, the Process Lasso is here. You can run something on the E cores. If we just hit something, you can go to the affinity settings, and you can see here you've got CPU 16, 17, 18, and 19 have E next to them. Now these are the efficiency cores. The i7 12700K, how it works is it's got 12 cores and 20 threads. As you can see here, there's 12, yeah, so you've got 12 here, core 0 to 11. Now, 8 of those cores are what's called P cores, or performance cores. You can see here their maximum clock speed that they can hit is around 4.9 to 5 gigahertz. I think they sit around 4.7, but you'll see here the bottom 4 cores here, these are sitting at 3.6 gigahertz. These are the E cores, or the efficiency cores. So I was thinking, seeing as SWTOR doesn't like hyperthreading, now the P cores are hyperthreaded. You've got 8 cores and 16 threads of the P cores. They are the big, juicy, beefy cores. Again, you can see how the clock speeds are on them. Much higher hyper-threading again enabled as well, so you get 2 threads per core. It also has 4 cores which are not hyper-threaded, and again they're the efficiency cores, and they max out around about 3.6 gigahertz. And you can see here what is being utilized here for this recording. It's mostly using the E cores instead of the P cores, because the E cores are kind of similar to how your modern smartphones and tablets work. They're done for power efficiency. You'll have an 8-core phone CPU, And what will happen is they will tend to have 4 cores that are fast and 4 cores that are slow. And again, the slower cores are used to do every mundane task. So to run the operating system, like we're just sitting here, we just get Steam loaded up. We've got a hardware monitor and OBS and a Chrome window up. So we don't really need, though, this massive 4.9 gigahertz CPU. Although they are running at 4.9 gigahertz at the minute here, at the moment here. But we don't need a huge amount of processing power to run Windows, really. So you can, that way you can use those E cores to do mundane operating system tasks, and that leaves the P cores free to do, gaming or any sort of productivity that you want from the P cores there. So that leaves them free for that. But yeah, it is kind of weird. We did actually get close to a launch. We'll try it again just to show what happens. Yeah, it just went away right away. So you get the window appears. Now, it's not a problem with SWTOR, the game, as far as I know. It's a problem with SWTOR launcher.exe, which is kind of sad that it's required. So it doesn't matter if you have the Steam version. A lot of people have tried reinstalling Windows. So if we go to the installation folder here, and I'll show you where, it's this executable here that is the problem. Because I think SWTOR.exe is in here. So if you try and launch SWTOR.exe, it will just load the launcher, because the launcher is required for login. So this is the executable for the game. But it is a requirement, so it won't work here because we have to load up. When we click play, launcher.exe, that's what launches. I don't know if launcher diagnosis will work. Let it collect your information and see what it does here. Let's see if this can fix it, whether it's an issue. But I think the fact that there's a 17-page thread here on the forum where there's one post, the last post is from today, and it doesn't work. And that first post was all the way back in November. So I'm guessing that it's just not going to work here. So let's see if it comes up with any errors for the launcher diagnosis here. But it's a shame, though, that we can't play. I said this game is not suitable for modern CPUs. Launcher report is just does a report. That's useful. So it's given us a report. Yeah, so it's in the Steam library common. Star Wars: The Old Republic / diag. There they are. There it is. There's our diagnostics. No, I'm not gonna pay for. This is just MS info. So this just tells you the info. Again, the Gigabyte motherboard that we've got, the Intel. So it does recognize the CPU. I guess it's just reading it from the CPU. 12 cores, 20 logical processors there. So it does, we've got F6, which is the latest BIOS. That was one of the things that a lot of people were having issues with. They said update the BIOS on your motherboard. F6 is the latest version of the BIOS, which is, from the 17th of December, 2021. So you've got here our physical memory. We've got 16 gigabytes. It's got all the Hyper-V monitoring extensions. Yeah, RTX 3080 Ti that we've got here. So yeah, it seems to be okay. I mean, everything seems to be okay. There's no real error messages. I don't know what all of this means. All the IRQs in there. No idea what all of this is. But yeah, so there you go. It does actually, it does read your Windows 10 build. Here we're not using Windows 11. Secure boot state unsupported. Whatever that is. Yeah, so there we go. There's... And we've got the DX diag information. That's just DirectX info, which again gives us the same. No problems with any of the issues with DirectX. Again, it does run games. I was playing Command and Conquer on it the other day. I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, it's got the CPU there. Again, there it's got the BIOS version. in there again, the 17th of December, 2021. So I don't know really. We've got DirectX 12. Everything looks good. So everything just looks good with the logs in terms of that. So I don't know why it isn't working. And again, people have been through. There's pages and pages of this. There was a developer post in one of the pages. Yeah, same problem again. i7 12700KF again, same one as mine. So yeah, 12700K. Popular CPU, this i7. Kind of sad that there's nobody. Yeah, so I mean, I still got my Ryzen 5 3700. Someone else has posted their thing there. That's an i. They've got an. No, they've got a. That's interesting. That's a 9th gen i5 they've got. Hmm. Maybe it's a more known issue. Hopefully they update the launcher, because again, like we said, it's not the. You can launch it in a virtual machine. All right, so you can. Maybe that might be something we can do. That guy's found a way to do it with a virtual machine. Maybe that could do it. I did try going again. I've updated the BIOS. I've been in through all the settings. I've been through this entire thread here. So I guess I'll be posting my details. Again, another one, 12700KF. Adding to the chorus again, 12900K there. 16 core, 24 logical processors, 3080 in there. A lot of people have 32 gigs of RAM. I might get me 32 gigs of RAM. That guy's got a 12700K and a GTX 1050. I suppose it's difficult to find GPUs, I guess, these days. But yeah, I mean, that's good enough to run SWTOR. You need it's more CPU intensive than GPU. So there you go. We upgraded our CPU to get better performance in SWTOR and ended up with significantly worse performance in SWTOR. I could run it on, we could cobble together a PC with our old Ryzen 7 3700X. I still have my old, that PC that we've got with the Ryzen 5 2600 and the GTX 1070. We could just use that for SWTOR, but it is a bit of a pain for people with SWTOR, trying to run SWTOR. A lot of people having these issues. A lot of people saying the same thing here. So come on, BioWare. Anthem also doesn't run on it, but Anthem is no great loss to humanity. So anyway, that is all for this video. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon, and goodbye.